Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing your February predictions based on numerology and your life path number. So without further ado, let's get into it. So 2026 is a universal year 1. Numerology goes from 1 to 9 and we just finished with 2025, a year number 9. The 9-year cycle is over. All of us, regardless of your life path number, are starting with new beginnings in some way, somehow in 2026. So it should be refreshing at least to know that you're going to start a new cycle some way. Something new is coming. So if 2025 felt really rough for you, this year should feel like you can breathe a little bit easier, at least, bare minimum. So that's what we're going to be talking about. February is the second month of the year. If you add the number 2 and 1 together, you get 3, obviously. So energetically, February is giving number 3 vibes, which has to do with communication, creativity, expression, and emotional release for some of us. So how to calculate your personal life path number? You take every digit of your birth date and you add them together until you get a single digit. You should get a number between 1 and 9. So once you have your life path number, you will see the timestamps in the description and I will see you there. Okay, life path number 1. Welcome to your February prediction. Life path number 1. You guys are people that have natural leadership skills in you, or the tendency to be in leadership positions. You also have a lot of independence and you take a lot of initiative. So with the month of February having a number 3 energy, there's going to be a lot of emphasis on communication and bold self-expression. So your life, your vibe is already about taking action, and February is going to amplify this for you through communication, through your words and your choices. It's not just going to be what you think. You're going to communicate it in a way that is bold. So this month you're going to feel the push to just say things out loud and not just like keep it here in your brain. Tarot-wise, you have got the Lovers card, you got the Knight of Wands, and you got the Knight of Swords. So what this tells me is that your decisions with the Lovers card is going to be made based on your values. What do you love and what do you care about? This is going to be the root of your choices, and it's going to guide what you choose to communicate on in February. And because you have 2 Knight cards, as you can see, these Knights are ready for battle. Okay, they're just going straight into it. They're not hesitating. They're not overthinking anything, because if it's rooted in the Lovers, you already know where you stand and you know what you believe in. So the Knight of Swords usually has to do with your mentals, and Wands has to do with passion. Wands is a fire element, so it has a lot to do with your passion. There's a lot of quick movement, there's a lot of fire with it. And Knight has to do with using your mind, thinking things through, and being decisive. So this month, you're going to need to lead with your voice and not just your will, essentially. So what I want you guys to focus on this month is to speak clearly. Speak your thoughts clearly. Don't let them think that you stuttered. Don't stutter, okay? Say it with your chest. Choose decisively and act boldly. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to follow through with your words. Remember the 2 Knights. Okay, they're not scared. They're not scared. Whether it's by passion or by intellect, they're going. Okay, and it's always rooted in their values and what they believe in. That is the reading for you, life path number 1. I'm going to shuffle some goddess cards for some guidance. Let's see what you get. You got Brigid, and it says, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. That should be your mantra for this month. Stand up for what you believe is right. Say it with your chest and prove it with your actions. That is the overall energy for you for February, life path number 1. I hope this resonated. If it did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and have a blessed February. If you are a life path number 2, this is your reading for February. So your life path energy has to do with relationships, cooperation, sensitivity, and for you, this month, February is telling you to express your emotional truth. Okay, so the tarot cards that you got were the Three of Coins. Okay, the Three of Coins, the Emperor reversed, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so you guys thrive a lot in partnership, whether it's work, romance, what have you. You thrive working with other people. That tends to work really well with you. But February is going to expose some sort of imbalance of power. You might already know what this is, and if you don't, it will show up in February. You will realize, okay, this relationship, partnership, or group situation, there's an imbalance of power here. So the Emperor card reversed is suggesting that this situation is a bit inflexible. There's a dynamic that feels restrictive. I mean, it says, I don't know if you can see there, but it says excessive control. It feels like the other party or someone in a group has a little bit more control over the situation, the project, the relationship, whatever it is, and it feels a bit restrictive, okay? And the Eight of Swords is showing, it says there's self-entrapment. It is showing that this feels like a trap. You're having a lot of negative thoughts about it. You're feeling a little bit like your hands are tied. So the Three of Coins is calling on you to remember that you thrive working together, being in harmony with the other party. My cat is eating. I'm sorry if you can if you can hear that in the background. But this month is inviting you to communicate how you are feeling or your thoughts instead of internalizing them. I feel like this has a lot to do with work, especially with the imagery that we're getting. But this month, maybe in your work situation, you're going to feel like, everyone is just making decisions and I'm just like not part of it. The Three of Coins is reminding you that you work best when your voice is heard and included. You need to make sure to speak up in these relationships, partnerships, group works, whatever it is in February, to make sure that you don't feel like everything is so restrictive and like you're trapped. How will they know how you feel if you don't tell them? How will they know your thoughts if you don't tell them? Maybe your thoughts will improve the situation, it'll improve the project or whatever the relationship is. I hope that that makes sense. You need to make space for yourself. You need to make space for yourself. So I'm going to pull out a goddess guidance card for you, group number 2, and let's see what it has to say. Okay, you got Isis, past life. The situation involves your past. I cannot speak. This situation involves your past life memories. Okay. Can I have a card to clarify that, please? Can I have some clarification? What should they do? These cards just flew. Oh my gosh. Let's see what these cards that literally flew out the deck have to say. Focused intention. Okay, Diana, focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Okay, and then we have Irene, which is peace. There's no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. Remember, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you feel like the situation that you are in February is like deja vu, it's probably a past life situation, or you have been in this situation in your current life. Does that make sense? Like, oh, I've been in this position before. In a group situation, in a relationship situation where I was not being heard, or I felt like I couldn't speak up for whatever reason. This month, I encourage you to speak your truth, especially if it is an emotional truth, because it'll work out better for you if they know how you feel, okay? That is my message for you, Life Path Group number 2. That's a mouthful. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright, if you are a Life Path number 3, this is your reading and your prediction for February of 2026. So your overall energy is creativity, expression, and emotion. And because February is a universal number for this year, 3, it is amplifying that. And it is also telling you to express yourself, an amplified message of you need to express how you're feeling. And the cards are also very telling, okay, because I got the 3 of Swords. So there's a triple threat here. okay? There is something that has hurt you. You are hurt by something and you are keeping it in. You are not expressing your feelings, and that is holding you back. It is causing you more pain, okay? You need to express yourself a lot better. You also have the World reversed and the Four of Pentacles. With the Four of Pentacles, as you can see, he's holding on to that coin, child. He is holding on. He is holding on. And the World card usually represents completion, but it is reversed. You are not expressing how you feel. Group number 3, I'm gonna call you out right now. You are hurt by something or someone and you're not talking about it. You need to let it out. You need to let it out so that you can move forward. You need to release that pain. It is holding you back, okay? So this month, I really want you to sit down and talk to whoever it was that hurt you. Say to that person, X, Y, and Z hurt me. If it is not safe, talk to a friend, talk to a therapist. Find a safe space or a safe person to express how you are feeling. Okay, if you are someone who is very creative, I'm getting that you should use that creativity to express that hurt, just to let it go for once and for all. Okay, for some of you, it might be through creativity as a form of expressing yourself, but I'm getting that you need to let it out. You have to let this out. It is holding you back. It is harming you, and you're using it as a form of protection, and that's not good for you. Holding it in as a form of like, let me remind myself what happened so maybe it won't happen to me again. The only way to move forward is to move through it. Okay. Whew, guys, you need to, this is a bit heavy. You need to, you need to let it out. Okay. I'm going to shuffle some goddess cards. Okay. And see what advice, there is for you. Oh, there we go. Okay. You got Kali. You got Kali, and there it's, oh, my cat. You can't see me doing anything and not want to be in the video. It says endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Guys, I cannot make this up, okay? Whatever happened to you, I'm sorry that it did, and I'm sorry that it hurt you this deeply, but I promise you, it's 333 as I'm recording this on my camera. You need to let it out. You need to let it out. It is hurting you and you can't continue like this anymore. And I believe that you can. I believe that you can. You have it within you. You need to let go of the old so that the new can come in. And the new is so exciting. This is a year of new beginnings, as I said in the beginning of the video. It's a year of absolutely new beginnings, and you need to embrace that. Okay? Make sure you do it. Okay? You will know in this month when the time comes. But yeah, that is my reading for you, group number 3, life path number 3. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, if your life path number is 4, this is your reading for February. So your energy, group number 4, is usually to do with structure, stability, discipline, tradition. You like certainty. You like having a plan. You like knowing what you're going to do, how it's going to work, especially with your goals, where your life is going. You want stability. You have a goal and you're just looking right at it, right? February is encouraging you or inviting you to think about some flexibility and just let your emotions flow this month. Don't be so rigid that you can't have any joy. Okay, it's warning you to not do that. Okay, so with tarot, you have the Hierophant reversed, you have the 6 of Cups reversed, and you have the 9 of Cups reversed. Okay, you've been building towards something, group number 4, but February is going to challenge you on that. It's challenging you in the way of asking what feels good now, okay? Because this is a year of new beginnings. What feels good now, not what used to feel good. Because there are going to be some things you're going to realize that don't feel as fulfilling anymore. They don't satisfy you anymore, okay? The Hierophant has a lot to do with tradition, doing things the traditional way, or how they've always been done, right? But because it is reversed, February is asking you, is there a different way that you can achieve whatever goals you're trying to achieve? Is there a way to do this that is different to how you have been doing it up until now? Are there other ways that you can take this that feels better, that aligns with you better? Because I'm feeling that like there is some things that you stick to because it has some sort of you're emotionally tied to it. It's sentimental, but it's not aligning with who you are now or who you are becoming. Yeah, because if you look at the 9 of Cups, if you look at it like this, he's sitting and there's a bunch of cups behind him and he's satisfied. He's very satisfied. But because it is reversed, you're gonna have to think, the way I've been doing things is not gonna work now, especially in the month of February. It's not gonna work. If you take a cup that's full of energy, water, all the energy you've put in, all the time, or the methods that you've used, it's gonna be turned upside down. Okay, it's not going to work as well as you thought it worked in the past, but now you need to try something different. You need to liberate yourself from outdated systems. There's new things out there. Do some research and find out, what can I do differently? Especially if you're already feeling it now. If you're already seeing the signs of, this isn't working how it used to, and I'm not enjoying it the way I used to. Yeah, it's a sign that you gotta try a different way. Your end goal can still be the same. I'm not saying your end goal is not gonna happen. But what I'm saying is the path you're on, maybe you need to take a little detour through the rose bushes, you know, instead of just on the stone path straight through, you know? So the focus of this month is you are allowed to redefine your success and your happiness, or redefine how you get there. I'm gonna draw some goddess cards for you for the energy or the guidance for the month. Oh, that just came out. You have Pele or Pio. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Let me know in the comments, but it's divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What's your heart's true desire? Guys, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Okay. Is this not so evident that sometimes tarot shocks me. Okay, like I've been doing this for a little bit in private on YouTube or whatever. When things align, I get goosebumps. It's crazy. Okay. Be honest with yourself. The traditional methods of whatever it was that you were doing is not going to work the way you thought it would. And ask yourself, what is my heart's true desire? That is your divine goddess advice for February. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay, if you are life path number 5, this is your reading for February 2026. So life path number 5, your overall vibe has to do with change. Okay, 5 is a change number. You probably feel like there was a lot of changes going on in your life, just overall in general, but 5 also has to do with freedom and being adaptable. Okay, so the February energy that I'm getting with the universal number 3 is there's going to be a message that you're going to receive, some sort of social interaction that's going to happen in February that's going to give you a mental breakthrough. Does that make sense? So let's get into the tarot. Okay, so you got the World card, and the World card has to do with the end of a chapter. There's going to be some sort of achievement, success, sense of belonging, a feeling of wholeness or fulfillment. There's something that has been bothering you mentally, and this month there's going to be some sort of message that comes to you, or a social interaction that's going to happen that's going to give you the mental breakthrough that you need, to help you move forward. Okay, got the 7 of Wands. Okay, and then you have the 8 of Swords. Okay, so the 7 of Wands is telling me that you're gonna have to defend this new perspective that you're going to have after your mental breakthrough. You're going to have this realization, and not everyone is gonna fuck with it. Yeah, you've been trapped. The 8 of Swords is showing me that you've been feeling trapped in your own mind. Okay, self-entrapment is a big theme of the 8 of Swords. You have been keeping yourself in this negative space for a while, and I have a feeling that it's a person. A person is going to trigger a breakthrough for you, okay? And I don't feel like this interaction, when it happens, is going to be necessarily a good one, but it's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Is that the term? But you get what I'm saying, right? It's going to be the final thing that is going to just make your brain click and think, wow, actually, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be in this state, in this relationship, in this job, or whatever it is that is keeping you feeling trapped. This person is going to trigger that for you. And there may be a moment where you need to defend yourself. Okay, it might look like to other people that you're licking your own wounds. They might think, oh, because this happened, now you're acting like this. But it's not just because that thing happened. It was the final push you needed to get you to where you need to be. I feel like it's a male person. I'm getting little, I feel like it is a male. A male person is going to either message you on some sort of app, could be at work, and this is going to trigger something in you. It's going to trigger for you to stand up for yourself and give you the freedom that you have been needing, essentially. So the overall energy for this month is you need to stand by your truth even if someone else challenges it. And I feel like I'm getting that there's a man. There is a man who is going to be the trigger, but he's also kind of going to make you doubt yourself. He's going to try and make you doubt yourself, because I think that you're going to be able to push through this event that's going to happen. You're going to see clearly what this person has been doing to you, or what this person has been doing to you, or the kind of situations they've been putting you in, the environment that they've created. And with that single message or that single interaction that you're going to have with them, it's going to be enough for you to be like, you know what, actually, I don't need this. You have been putting me through X, Y, and Z, and I don't want to stand for it anymore. I'm not going to stand for it anymore. You're going to find freedom through making yourself very clear after this interaction. You're going to not stutter when you say how you feel or what the truth is, okay? This person is going to be quite shocked by it, and because they're shocked, they're going to try and gaslight you into thinking that, no, that's not really how it happened, or no, that's not what I meant, or, oh, you're overthinking it. No, don't let them talk that nonsense, okay? Freedom comes from clarity, and you need to protect the clarity of that breakthrough that is coming to you in February, okay? I'm going to use my goddess oracle to give me a message. Another group also got this. Past life. Isis, past life. This situation involves your past life memories. If you're someone who remembers their past life or has deja vu moments and you feel like, oh, I've lived this situation in another life, or if you are somewhat connected, I think you'll know what I'm talking about when I'm saying this is a lesson that you need to learn in this life. You didn't learn it in your past life, and you need to learn it in this one. And that message or social interaction that you're going to have with this person is going to trigger you into the breakthrough that you need. That's what I'm getting. And if you are not someone who believes in past lives, or has any kind of memory, or doesn't think about it like that, you might have been in this situation before in your current life, in this life that we're living now. You probably have been in this situation before, and now that it is happening to you again, you know better. Something's gonna click that tells you, you know what, actually, I know better and I deserve better. And I don't care how many times you try to gaslight me, I'm not gonna let you drag me to hell. Like, you can go there by yourself. I have no interest. Okay, so group number 5, you are going to get freedom from whatever cage you have been put in by this person or situation, especially if that person is a male and I'm getting work, a boss or something. But yeah, group number 5, when you have that breakthrough moment, okay, don't let them drag you to hell with them, okay? They're gonna try and convince you that, oh, I didn't mean it like that, or you misread my message, or what have you. Don't let them, okay? You are going to be free afterwards. You're gonna feel a freedom, like a weight has been lifted. Yeah, that is my February prediction for you. Group number 5, life path number 5. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay, if you have a life path number 6, this is your February 2026 reading based on numerology. So life path number 6 usually has to do with care, responsibility, love, family. There's a lot of emotional effort, energy that is in your life, or how you interact with others, right? Because the month of February has a lot to do with emotional expression or expressing yourself. The energy for this month, you're gonna have to express yourself emotionally so that you have a new beginning, okay? When I pulled your tarot cards, I got the Death card, I got the Wheel of Fortune, and I got the Fool, okay? So let's get into what this means for you, okay? February is going to be, these are all major arcana cards, meaning these are major events, major things that you need to pay attention to. February is going to be a turning point, and I mean something you're going to feel deep in your soul, okay? Some of you tend to cling to things out of love, out of nostalgia, out of care, or a sense of responsibility. February is going to put an end to a chapter real quick. Those things that have run its course are going to leave you in February 2026. February is going to put an end to that, okay? The Death card has to do with an ending, an end of an era, an end of a relationship, a job, a situation, a mental struggle, whatever it is that you're going through, it's going to end in February, okay? And the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor, okay? The new beginning that you are going to be embracing in February is going to be good for you, okay? It might hurt to let go or feel a bit weird or empty, but I'm telling you, it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely a new beginning. The Fool is literally the first card in the order of the tarot cards, is the first card. So definitely a whole new beginning is happening, okay? This month is going to help you process emotionally the ending of whatever it is that you're going to be letting go of. There's going to be a major reset. There's been something you've been clinging to emotionally, and this month it's going to go. It's going to go, and you're going to be able to process it this month. And it doesn't mean that because it ends that the world is going to end, okay? Remember that the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor, and the Fool card, you are starting new, fresh after this, okay? You are starting fresh. There's so much for you to explore, so much for you to learn, okay? You need to release the old so that you can step into a new path, okay? So I'm going to shuffle my Goddess Guidance cards to see what your energy should be for this month, or what your mantra should be, your affirmation, what advice it has. Okay, you got 2 cards actually. So you got Unag, okay, and it says easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing, okay? Do not force yourself to stay in the situation that you are in, okay? And also don't force the ending either. It will happen the way it should this month, okay? Don't try and rush anything. Then we have Brigit. Don't back down, okay? Stand up for what you believe is right, okay? Well, group number 6, that is my February 2026 prediction for you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay, if you have a life path number 7, this is going to be your February 2026 prediction. Your general life path energy has to do with a lot of introspection, a lot of wisdom, okay, and seeking the truth. This month is going to highlight how that relates to external validation and communication, okay? So what I got when I pulled the tarot cards was the 3 of Pentacles reversed, the 6 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. So group number 7, I feel like lately you've been wanting a lot of external validation. You've been feeling like your success so far is not complete unless someone else acknowledges it for you. Like you feel like you just need that external validation. And I'm not saying external validation is not helpful and it doesn't feel good. It does feel good. It feels good when someone else tells you you're doing great. I see your success, you know, you're very successful, you're great at this, or you're a great person. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not nice to have those things. It absolutely is, okay? But February is going to challenge your need for that. I feel like you are either going to start feeling like, oh, I really wish someone would just acknowledge that I did X, Y, and Z, or I wish this person would acknowledge me and the things that I've done for them or for the relationship or what have you. When you start feeling that way, I need you to sit down and think, what does success mean to me? Okay, you need to be honest with yourself, because you might get that validation this month, but if you have not sat down and have an honest conversation with yourself, it's going to feel empty, okay? So this month, I really want you to focus on you knowing your truth. You need to know that you put in the hours of work. You put in the effort. You did X, Y, and Z. You learned that new skill. You did this breakthrough in your journey. You need to validate yourself first before you can enjoy the validation of others, okay? I'm getting goosebumps. For me, goosebumps is a confirmation from the universe. So yeah, definitely you need to sit down and have a very serious conversation with yourself, okay? The 3 of Pentacles reversed shows me, you can see that they're working together, right? You might have a work situation or a group situation where you have been putting in a lot of effort and you're just waiting for someone to just say hello, like I'm here. Please tell me that you see that what I have been doing. Show me that you see it, because like, what do you mean? We're just carrying on like nothing happened? Like I didn't give an arm and a leg? Okay, that's probably going to be the energy that you're getting. But I mean, with the 9 of Cups reversed, you can see my guy is sitting there and he's got all these cups behind him, all these trophies, all this work that he's put in. Whether it's emotionally, it's probably going to be emotionally. This is going to impact you emotionally a lot, now that I think about it, because cups has to do with emotions. But with your current situation, you're not seeing that you have this. You're not seeing all of these cups that you took the time to fill, all these trophies that you earned, all of the success that you have done. Okay, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it, and you need to see it before you can enjoy how other people validate you. Does that make sense? Because I mean, if you see the 6 of Wands, this guy is sitting on a horse. He's looking high and mighty. Okay, there's people rallying around him. Everybody wants validation. All of us. Okay, people that say that they don't are lying. Okay, we all want this sort of validation. Okay, and I see you and I see that you want this validation, but you will not be able to take it to heart or enjoy it the way you should if you do not validate yourself first. I see that you've been putting in a lot of work, especially in a group setting. I feel like it's a work situation or a friend situation. Okay, but you have been putting in a lot of effort into a group, and you've been wanting a validation from them. You've just been wanting them to see, like, hello, I've been doing all this, but it hasn't been coming. Okay, but February is asking you to look at the effort you have been putting in. Look at what you have, who you are. Okay, because when that validation comes, you need to be able to enjoy it and know that, damn right I did that. You know, like, they need to be telling you what you already know, and you need to be content with yourself. Okay, you can't live your life waiting for the validation of others. It's not going to work. Okay, so your focus for February is understanding your truth, and know that matters more than applause. Okay, because some people will work to the bone and never get validation or recognition from the person that they want it from, but that just brings misery. It just brings misery. Like, you need to be the one to be your biggest cheerleader. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle my Goddess Guidance cards to give you some words of wisdom, some advice for the month of February. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, you got Nematona, and it says sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. If you are someone who is a witchy kind of person, or you are a spiritual type of person, even if you're a religious type of person, you need to go back to the divine. That's going to help you with your... I feel like you feel a little bit empty. You can feel a little bit empty because you don't feel seen. I'm gonna pull one more card for you. Can I have another card, please? Go to your deity. Go to church. Go to your place that brings your soul into alignment. And if you're not a spiritual person, it could be a safe space in your house. Go and sit there and have a genuine moment with yourself. Can I have one more card, please? Let's see. Got Unag, and it says, easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So that is my reading for you, life path number 7. If it resonated, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, life path number 8. Ooh, guys. Oh. So your overall energy is just power, ambition, and material mastery. You are good at making the effort that you put in come back to you. Because if you think of the number 8, it continues. It just goes like this, like an infinity sign. So what you put out comes back to you, and it usually has to do with material things. So work, investments, your home life. Yeah, centered around those things. You are just go, go, go. Okay, I'm getting the word boss girly. You're just a boss. You have the work ethic that everyone else dreams of. Okay, so that's like your overall energy in your life. So February is telling you that you need to communicate more around your needs and your worth. So I might come for your wig a little bit, might scalp you just a tiny bit, but you need to hear this, especially for February. Tarot-wise, you got the Four of Swords reversed. You got the Queen of Pentacles, and you got the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of momentum that's going to happen this month, especially with the Knight of Swords. As you can see, Miss Ma'am, she's just going, okay? She's on the move, she's charging head first. So there is going to be a lot of movement in your projects, especially if they're monetary projects I'm getting. It's kind of like January was a little bit slow. February, things are picking up, especially with the Four of Swords. Like the Four of Swords says here, no action, no movement. So you're coming out of a stage of stagnation and you're moving into just, you're going to seize the day. Every day is a new opportunity. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z today. I'm going to do a bunch of things, which is great. I think that's also my life path number now that I think about it. Yeah, that makes sense. So I might be calling out my own wig as well. Okay, so if you feel like I'm snatching you all the way through, I'm snatching myself as well. So you are just like, go, go, go. Especially here in South Africa, I don't know about y'all where you live, but listen, January feels like an entire year. And now that January is over, it feels like you can start, you know, things are starting, schools are open, work is like, we're back in the balance, you know, things are just going. The year can finally start now. Okay, we have money, like it's like we're going. But especially like the Queen of Coins is telling me that you are someone who is very business oriented. You have great taste also. Like you like to have the nicer things of life. But with the energy of communicating your needs and your worth, you need to remember that as much as you have all this momentum, you need to take time to rest because you are going to burn yourself out. If you have a lot of things going on and you need to take a break, you need to say it. You need to communicate it, because if you cannot show up as your best self, whatever projects you're working on or your work life, it's not going to come out the best that it could. It's not going to come out with its best potential. When you think of a queen, especially a queen that surrounds themselves with material things, like because the Queen of Pentacles has to do with stability, material things, financial stability, having a nice home, nice clothes, feeling stable in your life. That's like the main energy of Pentacles, or coins, as this card specifically says. Remember that you are the queen, the king, or the royal of your life. And as much as they have a lot of things to do and they are the ones that get things done or has the executive decision making of everything, they also have time for luxurious rest, okay? Have that self-care day, you know? Take time to do something that you like. Nourish your soul, because if your soul is not nourished, if your body is not nourished, if your mind is not nourished through means of relaxation, meditation, playing that game that you like for a few hours, you're not going to be able to show up on Monday to work and grind. You're not going to be able to do that. It's not going to happen. So the overall energy that I'm getting for February is that things are going to pick up. Absolutely. Things are going to pick up, but you need to make sure that you have rest. You need to make it sustainable, because if not, you can't fulfill things to its fullest potential. So I'm going to pull out some goddess guidance cards to see what's the overall advice for you for February. Let's see what you get. Okay, can I have one card, please? Sometimes your decks, they have a lot to say and they just want to yap at you, and you got to remind them, can I just have like one or two, you know? Okay, this one looked like I want it to come out. Let's see. Abundanita, and the main message is prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Okay, now listen. The universe helps those that help themselves. You need to balance your grind with intentional rest. That is the only way you'll be able to receive the abundance that you are going to receive. So that is my February reading for you, group number 8. If you like to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, life path number 9. This is your February 2026 reading based on numerology, tarot, all that fun stuff. So usually the number 9 has to do with completion. Like 2025 was a universal year of 9. A lot of cycles were completed. There was a lot of endings. There was a lot of compassion. Your energy for February has to do with emotional release and healing. Now, 2026 is the year of new beginnings, right? February has to do with a lot of communication, communicating your feelings or understanding yourself, in tune with your emotions, right? You are going to feel like this chapter is actually ending. You're actually going to feel it this time, okay? The end is near. Your suffering is coming to an end. January probably felt like everyone's saying that it's a new beginning, but I'm still suffering. What is going on? It's coming. It's coming in February. Tarot-wise, I got the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Swords reversed, and the Page of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of like, okay, the end is here and I just need to rest. I'm tired. I mean, if you look at the symbolism, there's 10 swords in this person's back. You have been through a lot. And like there was a lot of fighting and all of that, but now with the 5 of Swords reversed, it's time to just sit, rest, and reconciliate. You can just recalibrate your feelings and just kind of figure out, where am I going from now? You are not in any way being asked to move forward or to have all the answers now or to take any kind of action. What you're going to be doing in February is to just rest. I need you to take it slow. Take it a day at a time. If you're a creative person, the Page of Wands reverse is also telling me, if you are struggling with creativity, if you have a YouTube channel, if you paint, you write, anything creative as a hobby, as a job, you're gonna struggle with creativity this month because there's a lot of emotional burden that's being lifted off of you. There's a lot of emotional things that you're letting go of, and your focus should be on recovering from that. Okay, so don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you cannot connect creatively with the things you usually do. Don't feel like this, oh my gosh, everything is ending and now I'm just depressed and there's like no room for creativity, like life is just terrible. Don't doom and gloom. Okay, you just need rest. Once you get that rest, the creativity will come back to you. And if you feel like you can do a little bit at a time. Don't pressure yourself to get back to where you were when you were feeling great, you know? Take it a day at a time, whether it's creatively or emotionally. Take your time. You need to rest now. Your inspiration will come back to you when you are ready. Don't put pressure on yourself, okay? I'm going to do Goddess guidance cards, yes, for you to see what advice you should take in the month of February. Okay, let's see. You got 2 cards. Okay, you got Unag. I cannot pronounce these for the life of me, but it says easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Okay, don't force anything this month. The only thing you should be doing is resting. If you feel like you have it in you to do a little bit of creative things here and there, you can do that, but don't force yourself to take on big projects. Don't force yourself to speed run whatever this painful chapter was, speed run the healing of that. No, take your time. Then you've got Freya, and it says, unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. I feel like once you are past the healing and the processing of this chapter, you're going to be able to be bold and express yourself and take risks again. But right now, that is not the time. You will get there eventually. I want you to just rest. I don't want to hear that y'all were doing X, Y, and Z. Okay, you should be doing nothing but taking care of your soul right now. So yeah, life path number 9, that is my February reading for you, predictions. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.